Toy Cat, and that was embarrassing. I did not have my microphone turned on. Hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat, and today I am in the Nether, mining the most rare and valuable resource that you can find here. It's tricky to get your hands on, but I'm going to be mining several thousand of it because it's Netherrack. That's right, this rare and valuable resource is something I'm going to be mining by the thousand today because I'm digging out a giant tunnel in the Nether. If somehow this is your first time watching one of these, this is my tunnel. It is a plan to connect two very far apart points. No, don't destroy this. Two very far apart points in my world, and I'm doing so via a gigantic tunnel wide enough to not only ride a boat through. This feels off-center, right? Am I wrong? It feels like we're closer on the left side than the right side. But whatever, the plan here is to have it be big enough not only to potentially ride a boat through, but also to fly through. It is a giant tunnel that is honestly kind of strange, right? But that's half of the fun, and you are as rare and valuable as a Netherrack block. That's what I tell all my loved ones. You're as rare and valuable as any Netherrack block that I can find. Anyway, hello everyone, how's it going? Today we're mining a lot of blocks, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And by that I mean, I like these, they're good chill streams to do in between the crazy streams, because yeah, my intention is to do I want to get every food in Minecraft speedrun. I think that's such a fun challenge, but I like to separate out the challenge funds with opportunities to chat, because a lot of people have a lot of questions, and it's going to be, I mean, a lot of people have a lot of things to say, and it's fun to talk about them together. So, yeah, one of the things I'm going to be doing today is I've brought a full shulker box, or I think it's full, filled with polished deep slate, and yeah, I'm going to be making this section of the tunnel much, much, much wider, because as you can see, we've still got to make it go all the way over here, etc. So we're going to be making this section longer, wider, and more uncut, and then we'll go further into there after this. I don't know if the two sections are going to connect yet. That's something we'll work out later. For now, let's place some polished deep slate and say howdy, everyone. How's it going? It's your boy Toy Cat, and I'm really excited because we hit almost 500 members. How did I only take half a heart, by the way? We hit 500 members recently, and that means we're only 100 away from a live stream where I speak exclusively in a Texan accent. Yeehaw! That's what I call a good deal. Okay, so let's place a block there. And then we start going upwards now. Nice and easy. 2 blocks, just like this. And then after we've gone 2 blocks upwards, we go another 2 blocks upwards. And then after we've gone another 2 blocks upwards, we go on continuously. So yeah, I actually kind of like, I feel like when you're doing a big project, having little ways to vary it for yourself can be really important, right? Like having ways to mix things up. If you ever are like, oh god, I've got 100,000 Netherrack left to mine, you know, I've done the calculations. For the size of tunnel, I'm going to be going through close to 200,000 Netherrack. And so to avoid the pain that will come when I think about that for too long, what we'll do is, oh gosh, what we'll do instead is exactly this. It'll be a lot of fun. And has anyone seen the member goals in the description? You know, I don't have any hope that people read the description. Let's not embarrass ourselves by pretending that most people do. Let's in fact be honest to ourselves and admit that, yeah, the description on YouTube is so under-prioritized, partly because, like, yeah, on some platforms, for instance, if you're, okay, I'm just going to grab as much of this as I can, then grab this right back, because if the ghast destroys your shulker box, you lose everything inside, which feels incredibly unfair, but welcome to Minecraft.
My
sometimes.
cat dragon is currently having surgery for bladder stones. Please wish him luck. Please
You have a
destroy
cat
the
dragon?
red meat for him. Thank you for all you do.
No, I'm so sorry to hear that your cat is having surgery. Well, actually, you know, I'm happy to hear your cat's having surgery, because it means that you can get surgery for him, you know? Most of the time, a cat needs surgery, and people are like, let's ignore this until it's so bad that we either have to... You know, again, you've done the proactive thing here, so good job, actually. You know, this is a good thing, if you think about it. Maybe a little bit too hard, but still, if you think about it, it's basically a good thing. Anyway, speaking of basically a good thing, thank you, Travis. Oh, wait, so thank you to Darren Hughes for gifting 5 more members. We are but 95 members away from Texan accent only Toy Cat. Wow, that'd be a good, gosh darn, that would be a delight, wouldn't it? I would love to hear Toy Cat doing a Texan accent only. I think that would be the highlight of my week. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Speaking of things I appreciate, yeah, I think having little, you know, like breaks or like ways to change up what you're doing, really important with a big project like this. If you want to stay motivated the whole way through, you're gonna need something like this. And yeah, I like the straight section because it means instead of having to like recalculate every single time, oh god, how many times am I gonna fall off it today? There's too many holes in my Nether. You know, if you want to see the biggest holes ever, this is the live stream for you because you're gonna be seeing them non-stop. Just holes everywhere. But no, thank you so much, Darren Hughes. Appreciate the gift of the memberships. I want a dragon named Cat 2. I watched Avatar for the first time yesterday. Chat, do you wanna hear about my experience? It's actually quite impressive. I didn't know you could watch movies like years after they came out, like at cinemas. But yeah, there's a cinema by me that does $5 movies, so I was like, I'll watch Avatar for $5, and it was 3D and everything too. Like seriously, I always thought 3D movies cost more, but apparently I thought incorrectly, or maybe I'm just very lucky that my place doesn't charge more. But yeah, it was perfectly okay, right? I actually think it was a good movie. I think, okay, I have some thoughts though. So the point of Avatar, spoiler maybe, is there's some blue people, and it's an allegory for like native peoples, like, you know, maybe Native Americans, maybe like, you know, native African tribes. But it's a very heavy-handed allegory for those sorts of things. But like at the end, you're meant to be like, yeah, the natives win. But like to me, I'm like, wait, this guy did just betray his whole species. Like he sided with the 20,000. You know, like his planet needs this. Oh, I built one too many blocks. Oh, no, I didn't. His planet needs this, right? That's like he's doomed a planet of billions to help like 20,000 blue people who like hiss all the time. Like this is a net loss. Yeah, I don't know that Avatar. Oh yeah, there is a. I don't like that there's an Avatar. You know, the Legend of Aang Avatar, I guess is what they call it. I don't like that they have the same name because when Avatar first got popular, I got confused the other way. Like, why is there a really popular movie about the Earthbender or the Waterbender, whatever he is? He's a bender of some form. But why is the Bender so popular now? You know, like I didn't understand. Back in my day, people didn't like benders, but that was a bad joke. You know, I'm sorry. I'd like to officially apologize on behalf of people who like anime everywhere. Anyway, so yeah, no, I found it to be like a perfectly okay, but I thought the blue people thing was a bit weird too. Like, you know, why do they have to be blue? Is that some symbol? You know, I don't know. It's official. Toycat supports native genocide. Oh no! All genocide. I think you know, we should definitely be getting, you know, if I support in general the murder of people, and if it happens to have positive consequences, then okay, that's okay. But you know, you wanna kill the whites, you know, go ahead. I feel like that's perfectly okay. Just want to clarify. British moment. You say British moment, but I think it's the Americans who are the best at killing a whole species of people and taking their land, right? Like, you know, we were amateur hour compared to I don't need to explain. I guess at the very least, you know, they're still called Native Americans here. But like it's clear to me that, like, you know, of all the atrocities America think that it has done, the Native Americans are very low on the list for most people. It's like, oh yeah, but like, what about insert other thing here? Anyway, why is there so much that can be taken out of context on these streams? See, it's this wildfire strategy, right? If you just say an infinite amount of things that can get you cancelled, no one knows what to cancel you for, and you're fine. No, I think that we finally moved the other way, because, okay, this is the problem with social media as a whole. You know, if someone says something offensive to you on, like, okay, so, unlike, I think I mentioned this briefly, but unlike in real life, where when someone is talking to you, they're talking to you, on the internet, we're not all talking to each other in a one-to-one conversation. We're having these discussions where we're just saying things out loud, and people can choose to listen. And although it makes sense to say, wow, that person is saying out loud things I don't believe in, unless there's, you know, that the limit for where we say that's actually terrible has gone much higher because you realize, oh yeah, it's really easy not to listen to people. Like, every social media platform has very easy don't listen to people like this functions. Even on Twitter now, you don't even have to block people. You can block words. If you don't want to see a tweet that has the word Wales in it, because you don't believe that you're Welsh, you know, if you're anti-Welsh, you never have to learn about Wales ever again. You know, like you can do that if you want to. And you know, should you be doing that is maybe a different question. But the answer to whether you can or not is, of course you can. You choose what you want to listen to, friend. You choose what you're exposed to. And yeah, there's all sorts of interesting side discussions on, you know, whether that leads to positive things or negative things or whatever it does. But it is a thing that is real. We choose what we are exposed to and when we are exposed to it. By the way, love your Backrooms video. It's so good. I watch Markiplier. I'm watching the difference between you both. It's hilarious. Keep playing scary games, please. I didn't find it to be, you know, I'll be honest with you. I liked it, but I felt like disappointed with the video when I was done. I was like, you know, maybe it's just everyone has their own, like, there's this, I think it's a mantra that I think started with the BBC. It's like, inform, educate, or entertain, right? And I know that entertainment is like super, but I always feel weird when you're not informing or educating people. Like, by the end of this live stream, you should know something new. I hope, I don't know what that is, but even if you like it just as entertainment, you know, you love the section where we pour out a drink and we see what color it is. Today I've got a drink called Squirt, by the way. My Squirt over here. Do you wanna see my Squirt? You know, I'll show you my Squirt later, but you know, you might be entertained by that. But I also hope that you learn something. And I know I feel weird in videos where you don't. Also, the monster wasn't that scary, says Hexateron. I think the problem with YouTube videos is, for me, you're my whole field of... You know this little box you're seeing me through? Which is in another little box, which is in your phone screen, which is far from your head? Celebratory took out tax after quitting my job. Congratulations on re-quitting your job. I appreciate it, Michael D. I hope that things are going well in the you know, like in the job market for you. I assume they are. I think now is okay. This is my analysis of the job market. Right now is a really bad time to be you know, like what would the word be, like expendable. Like now is a bad time to be in a job where there's high turnover, or like, you know, where you're replaceable, and a really good time to be irreplaceable. Like, it's obviously that's always true. Like, you want to be in a job where you can name your price and they have to pay it, because otherwise they don't get you. But I think it's especially true right now because of all the, you know, like, if you are in a job where your employer genuinely believes they can replace you, they don't have to pay inflation pay, which is, you know, like 10%. Whereas people who can negotiate, which, let's be honest, are already on the upper ends, can be like, yeah, I want 20% extra to account for, you know, whatever else. It's easier to ask for more money if you are in the situation where you can, and harder to if you're in the situation where you need it, which is almost one of the tragedies of most types of development, right? It's like the ultimate irony in finance is that the way that you can borrow money for less, the way that you get more access to money, is by proving that you don't need it. You know, like credit cards, if you need to borrow money, it's really expensive. If you don't need to borrow money, or you're just choosing to, it's really, really cheap. It's yeah, it's gonna be a thing. Also, hello Toycat and Toy Chat. Hello Toycat and Toy Chat to you too, David. How's it going? Hope it's going good. Unless it's going badly. In which case, you know, glad you're living life anyway. Congratulations on being alive today. I'm glad you didn't get in an automobile wreck today. Anyway, I think there's a lot of like ironies hidden in the modern world, and one of those is that, yeah, the more leverage you have, the more times like this don't actually affect you, and the less you have, the more this stuff is like tragically terrible, right? Speaking of tragically terrible, do you want to know something crazy? The pound versus the dollar is at an all-time low. Wait, all-time low today. So if you are someone who has US dollars, if you give them to me now, because this is You know, this is, you know how, like, instead of e-begging, this is an e-stand-up robbery again? Sorry to tell you. If you give me USD now, it is worth the maximum amount of pounds. And so if you want to take me to Pound Town, now is the best time to do that. And I'll stop making bad innuendos if you do. Liz Truss moment, says Arthur Murray. See, here's the weird thing. This is the weird, like, I genuinely, like, I wasn't, I didn't follow it closely enough until, like, it got really bad. But if you look, the pound to the euro at, like, the start of the year was, like, 1.20, and that has gone down to 1.12 or something. But the pound to the dollar's gone from, like, 1.6 to 1.03. So it is, like, 90%, you know, the dollar just getting strong, and only 20% or 10%. You know, it's 90% the dollar and 20% the pound going badly. But yeah, now's the worst time to be holding pounds. So let's say, like me, opinion on Liz Truss. She is a woman.
If in 1.20
Is that offensive?
you could, in vanilla survival, you could build a very simple redstone contraption to prevent one specific mob from spawning while
Oh,
no range limit.
that
Only one works at a time. Would you?
Okay, that's a cool. Okay, actually, you know what? I love that as an idea. Like a beacon, right? Like a beacon, but you can only have one mob that you prevent spawning. The problem is how do you stop them from stacking? Wait, here's an idea. What if you could take a mob spawner and you could, like, put a certain item in that would stop that mob from spawning? That'd be really cool. Okay, so I think that for most people you'd pick a creeper. For me, 100%, I would pick ghasts. I would pick ghasts if I can pick the whole Nether. But if it's for a certain area, a certain radius, you'd pick the witches, right? Just they're the ones that give you the biggest issues. Liz Truss isn't a woman, an adult woman, under 8 foot tall. Liz Truss is an adult who is under 8 foot tall, and probably is loved by someone in their life. Is that, have we got all the opinions out? There you go. You're welcome. You want to know Toy Cat's political opinions? I think that in the next election, someone will win. A human being, under 9 foot tall, will win the next election. That applies to your home country too, I bet. You know, unless you live in, like, one of those towns in Japan where they keep electing a cat as the mayor. But if you live in most other places, I bet that a human being will win. Yeah, that's my bet. I would vote for an 8 foot tall woman no matter what. What's the tallest woman to ever live? Like, I know that it's probably shorter than the tallest man. You know, okay, this is one of those weird things about statistics. The average woman is only like 4 or 5 inches shorter than the average man. But at the tallest end, I think it gets more extreme. Like, you're much more like, you know, this is the weird thing about statistical distributions. Like, even though you would expect, therefore, the tallest woman ever to be 4 or 5 inches shorter than the tallest man, 99% of the tallest people will be men, right? Because of the. So I want to know, actually. I'm very curious. What is the tallest human being alive, and what is the tallest woman? I'd love to know the gap. Unless the tallest person alive is a woman, and I'm crazy. But I've seen the guy. I think he's Ukrainian. He's like so tall, and his bone. It's really bad. Like because of the square cube rule. The taller you get, the worse it is for every other part of your body. Like, we're not meant to be the heights that you can get up to. And it's really, like, it's bad for you to be extra short, because, you know, things are too compressed or whatever. But it's extra bad to be extra tall. I live in Pound Town, near Poundland. Oh, you live near Poundland. I mean, everyone lives near Poundland if you live in Pound Town. 8'1" or 246 centimeters, and the tallest woman is 7'0". See, that's how many inches are there in a foot? You know what, side note, I hate that we measure height in Imperial. When I was younger, I was only taught the metric system because we were all so sure that we're gonna transition. There's no point learning like inches and farthings and all these nonsense measurements. But then as I grew up, I learned that we actually don't like progress as a society. We're much fonder of the opposite. Also, look at all this block lag. Look at the way they're falling. It's very messy. It's confusing as to why it's so messy, actually. 7 foot is, I guess, still very tall. You ever see a woman that's 7 foot tall? Wait, that's crazy. That means we can't elect a woman who's 8 foot tall as prime minister. It's physically impossible. That's crazy. I mean, she's also... Even the 7 foot tall woman is not a politician. Probably doesn't have the savvy to run. You know, I mean, I don't have the savvy to run. Like, because, you know, here's the thing that will happen. I'll be running for prime minister, and someone will ask, like, wait, are you saying that native genocide is bad, is good? And I'll be like, no, I mean kill the whites too. And they'll be like, you know, Andrew Toycat coming out in favor of, you know, what, white genocide? I don't know, like, it's not going to be favorable. It's not going to be a good look for me, is it? But, yeah, I use metric for everything. Yeah, it's, I don't like the metric system because it's French. See, that is the biggest argument against the metric system that I've ever heard. It's really hard to refute. It's, you know, like, the French do very few good things, and so logically the metric system must be bad because it's French. That's just a factual fact. Whereas, I want to say the modern day imperial system was basically invented to, like, metricize all of the because Imperial is actually very scientific. Like, it is all measured exactly the same. It used to be that Imperial was like, yeah, a foot is just whatever someone's foot is nearby. Like, it used to not be standardized. Whereas the Imperial system that is used internationally is, you know, like, standardized based on metric. But then America uses their weird system, which is different to that international Imperial system anyway, right? It's called customary units. You know, everything gets confusing. The more you dive into it, the less it makes sense. Your opinions on alleged fascism in Italy right now? A lot of political people, and let's be honest, a lot of these people are young, but you know, a lot of just people who are in the political space have an issue with like over-prescribing fascism. You know, like you know the issue that this is, you see this basically only in America, where anytime there is any issue that is very slightly left, it's full-blown communism or socialism. Like, oh, you want to have, you know, you think that, you know, that people should be able to, I don't know, it's, what's a good example? Like, people should have medical insurance covered by the government rather than their employer. Like, boo, that is full-blown, it's a slippery slope to we're all working on communal farms and starving to death. That's American political discourse sometimes when it comes to left things. A lot of countries, include, you know, let's be honest, some people on the left elsewhere are like, wow, slightly further than center right is basically fascism. They want to round up all the undesirables, put them in a camp, and it's like, well, I don't know. That's exactly what that is. Because basically everyone has the same intuition against like extremism in politics. No one wants to have either a communist or a fascist utopia in their turf. And so how do you convince something that people is bad? Well, you extremify it, right? You don't just say, oh yeah, they want to decrease taxes by 2% on you know, people of higher income brackets. You say they literally want to round up people who don't look like them and make the, and it's, you know, I have no doubt that some of the people who are in, you know, like, who vote for those people or who lead those people do actually think that. In the same way that some people are arguing that the government should take over healthcare, but some number of them probably do think that, like, you know what would be great is collectivized farms where we all work and then, you know, there's some people that statistically might believe in that, but it's probably not the majority, right? It's probably not, and that's definitely not what they're actually implementing. Like, actually implementing very radical changes is pretty hard in most systems, you know? Most democratic systems are there to kind of temper the extreme things. Also, that's my issue of politics right now. Ideologies are almost like football teams. Yeah, I think it really is like the clever thing about like sports team like rivalries and stuff like that. Also, I made a mistake here. There's free. Oh gosh, yeah. Oopsie. Oh yeah, that's a big mistake. Well, everything I've done there is wrong. Let's hope that... Yeah, no, that's unfixable. Have I done this correctly? I have. Okay, so we'll ignore that for now. It's a lot of blocks I'm gonna have to tear down. And for now, we'll just mine these over there. Yeah, I think that the problem with like football style, like a sports style belief, is that your team never does anything wrong, and the other team is always doing something wrong. Is always doing incorrect things. Whereas if you want to be a real, like, in sports, that's actually a good way to be a supporter. No one wants to be like, yeah, we're all Man United fans. And then you got your friends like, yeah, but the guy did do a bit of a technical foul there. You're like, no, we hate that. Or, you know, like you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, and you're like, there's like some valid points about how your guy was in the right and got robbed, but instead you're like, yeah, my guy has done nothing wrong ever. That's how you want to be as a fan, because it's the easiest way to like blend in. But doing that for politics is like, yeah, my favorite politician has never had a belief that I would disagree with, and I want him to be an absolute dictator over the land because he's wonderful. It's like, oh, that's not good, is it? Is Streamlabs or YouTube more reliable? If you want a tip, the best way to do it is via Streamlabs, because 100% of that goes to your boy. But yeah, if your goal is if the goal is I don't know, like ease, you can use YouTube. I understand why people do. It just you know, it just means YouTube takes a small cut of it. But if you don't care about YouTube taking a cut, I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I think Cat doesn't make mistakes in the same way that he's never late. Yeah, I've never made a mistake. This was intentional. It's a piece of modern art that you're just not seeing yet. One day it'll all make beautiful, glorious sense. That day is just not right now. So then we keep that going over here, and then yeah, this is gonna get messy quickly. We are right on the coast, literally 5 minutes from the coast, says Lisa Powers. Do you like that? Do you go swimming in the water sometimes? Or like, because I feel like I live an hour from the coast, maybe. And if I lived 2 minutes from the coast, like I live by a beach, like a river beach or whatever. And even at like I go there once every few months. Even really cool things that I live next to, like I live next to a pub I really like. But it's like, well, I mean, how often am I gonna go to the pub? You know, like it's like once every, and so like, but like going to the pub at least is like that's like a thing you can do at least somewhat regularly. The beach is like a whole day ordeal. Also, if you decide not to fix a mistake, does it not become intentional? That's true. Living by the coast is the best. I couldn't go back, honestly. I can't imagine that. Like, just sand is the worst. Salt water is the worst too. Like, say what you want about people who live on the west coast of America, but the fact that everyone has pools there is so much better than having the beach, because the pool means that you get out and you can immediately go get warm. Getting out of the sea is like, oh, I'm gonna go be miserable for the rest of the day now. Like, it's not what anyone wants. At least it's not what I want. Okay, now we're gonna mine all of these blocks. Ouch. Now we mine all of these blocks up, and we just move everything up by one block. Nice and easy. Also, I'm from South Florida, but all my friends and family are down there, and I have a hurricane while I'm chilling up here. Oh yeah, there's a hurricane. Yeah, I was told about this actually. I think that let's be real. Hurricanes are bad. I know I shouldn't be coming out with such a political statement like this, but I am anti-hurricane. I think we should be having fewer hurricanes. I think I might even go as far as to say we should have no hurricanes. I'm just not a big believer in the hurricanes. You know, if we were meant to have hurricanes, then maybe that's it. I just don't think that's true. Also, you're so brave. I know. Someone has to say this. If it's not me, who will speak up against the? Also, so many of these blocks are so wrong. I might just leave them. I can't even leave them there. I really do have to get rid of those. Ugh. Okay, so we have to start up there, I guess. So let's mine through here. And then let's oh yeah, this is gonna be a mess. This is gonna be a whole mess to get rid of. What's your opinion on the Mormon cult? I actually got recommended that show yesterday. The one with the Mormons trying to escape their. Well, it's okay. This is the thing, right? Okay, so I'm not trying to defend any organized religion here, but as I understand it, most of the Mormon cults don't operate. Okay, so there's the Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints people. Those are Mormons. And they started in like 1826 because, you know, something about, I don't know, like Joseph Smith is the third prophet in the, you know, the third testament of the Bible is their testament. Anyway, so, but their religion has forked quite a few times, and the forks of the religion are the really weird cultish ones. Because to become an American state, the Mormon religion had to like disavow polygamy, but then some subsects said no, we're going to keep polygamy because it's our religious beliefs. And so some of those sects then are the ones that get a little bit culty. Because let's be honest, you can take any religion, alter it a little bit, and make it. Because, you know, actually, am I going too deep in religion? I might be. But if you take the core tenets of a religion, all you have to do is twist a few of the words around. And so rather than making it good for you and good for your community, it's good for perhaps a leader, right? In the same way that you can take a political ideology, and instead of making it like, you know, this is actually what curses most ideologies, is like someone has a really smart idea about how things should be done, and then just before they implement those changes, someone works out they could use the idea to do something that keeps them in power. You know, that's the problem with like you know, Karl Marx's ideas are not horrific in of themselves. If you've ever read the Communist Manifesto, really good read, by the way, recommend it sometime. It's like, yeah, because of the modern day growth of capital over labor, like by owning a machine. Okay, I own a machine that allows you to make chairs 5 times faster, and now I extract your chair making value for doing nothing in exchange. Like rentism is a really bad thing for economics. Everyone agrees on that. But so there's like a valid idea. But then you take the idea that everyone who owns a factory is evil and immoral and bad, and we need to take their stuff away and then redistribute to the proletariat. And everyone goes, yeah, and it's great. And then all of a sudden, just as you've taken it, you're about to redistribute, someone goes, you know what would be better is if we hold on to this just for safekeeping, just to keep it safe. We'll hold on to this just for a minute, and we'll use it to keep things. Now it's ours. Sorry, it's the state's money. It's not the people's money. It belongs to us. But you are a part of the state. You can vote in elections to keep us in place. And some people were voting against us, but we're correct objectively. So we now have to run some fake elections. And now we've got the fake elections. We've got full power, and we don't have to be accountable to people whatsoever. And then you slippery slope, right? Also, thank you, J-Rob Plays. We are now 99 members away from the Texan Accent live stream. There was a pheasant in my garden this morning. It looked funny eating an apple from my apple tree in the pouring rain. You should take a picture of the next pheasant you see in your garden. Angle of Unkampenhout. I have no idea what a pheasant actually is. I know you eat pheasant, and I know that it rhymes with pleasant. And that's the extent of my pheasant knowledge. Share it with me on Twitter. I'll appreciate your pheasant picture. Anyway, it's okay. You've been asked 100 times, but what are your thoughts on Brexit? It was a policy. There you go. Dodge that one. Have you ever watched or read Animal Farm, Toycat? Yeah, I read it when I was like oh Christ. I read it when I was a teenager. It's funnily enough, it's by so George Orwell's a pretty decent writer for a lot of reasons. He's like a staunch anti-fascist, right? But he saw how people used the idea of being so against something to be accidentally in favor of being something real bad, and he hated that. Like, you know, I think it's a valuable read. I think forcing kids to read it probably isn't for the best in the world, but yeah, in general, it's a good enough book. Joseph Smith even married wives which had already been married to other men at the time. I mean, who hasn't married another man's wife once or twice in their life? Let's not act like that's... Also, my Toy Cat poor tax for today. Consider an ultra pacifist speedrun to get slain once by every hostile neutral mob in the game. Can be a series if necessary. Toy Cat is yes. Oh, a video that I started forever ago but gave up on because it took so much out of me was every single death in Minecraft. I tried to die in every single way. That might be a fun series to revive, actually. I think it's a good idea for a video. By the way, I took some of my... Okay, I'm actually going to break the chests now that I'm here. Oh, and I forgot that there are always blazes around. I'm going to mine some of these chests and move them away. Finally, I used some of the Netherrack for an upcoming Let's Play. So now we can take the top chests, which were never really being that useful anyway, and we can move them away. Just mine this one and this one, and then this one and this one. And I guess we'll move them further in the tunnel, maybe? Or, like, deeper in the tunnel. I'm not sure. We could just keep putting them on the side here, I guess. No, I think we'll put them further in the tunnel. It does involve going past a lot more scary stuff, but it's fine. We'll put it near my beacon. And then we'll just slay him too. So, when is your stream in CST, says J-Raw Plays? My streams are about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know Central Standard Time because it's the time zone that the great state of Texas is on. I think that's true. Yeah, they'd be on Central, right? Oh god, I'm just burning up like crazy again. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of there. I definitely do want a regeneration beacon. I definitely should have one. But I also definitely do not have one. I guess we'll just... Should I place more chests closer by, or... Maybe place them inside the... Oh god, where am I getting blazed from? I actually cannot tell you. So I'll put my chests over here for a bit, because I'm gonna need some that are just over in the wall. So yeah, when it goes over here, we'll have it go to a little hidden away chest room. Just so I can organize my chests nicely. There we go. So 8 chests, that's another... This is how much Netherrack I want to have placed by the end of the day. A double chest is about 3,500, that's 14,000. You know, maybe not all of them, maybe just 3 of them. But let's fill them with my Netherrack and my quartz. Anyway, yeah, my stream is at 3 p.m. For the love of all fake deities, fire and lava are bad. Yeah, it really is quite rough. Hello, Toy Cat. Should I come out as bisexual to my family? Says Vita. Ooh, I have a spicy take on this one. I think that, in general, like, there are some things you cannot hide from your family, right? And, actually, no, family's a bad example. You know, I take back where I was going to go with that. I think it depends. I think you know already, kind of intuitively, whether it's a good thing or not. And then, even if it's not, whether they're going to be receiving it positively or not, I should say. If they're going to receive it positively, and they're going to be supportive and great, etc., sure. If you think it's going to cause issues, then it's your choice. You can totally do anything. It's your, you know, it's just, I think you're, I think if you think it's going to go badly, maybe that's why you're asking this, then you can totally still do it anyway. It's just whether you think that the value from you being able to be your true self around them, or whatever that means in your context, is worth the additional, is worth whatever, you know, negative consequence you're scared of. And that's something I don't actually know. I can't relate or tell you about. I'm just telling you what the maths equation is that you need to do, right? You know, like, ultimately... Also, welcome to Pound Town, says Dasher. Wow, I'm in Pound Town now. Wait. Wow, I've gone to Pound Town. This is where I am living at this moment. It sure is lovely in Pound Town. The weather is a lovely... I don't even know what joke makes sense for weather here. Also, at Dasher's request, you've been taken to Pound Town. Thank you for taking me to Pound Town, diluted Dante. It looks like Dasher already took me herself. Dasher asked you to take me to Pound Town, then went to Pound Town with me already. What a ridiculous statement. Yeah, I think tell your family you're playing Minecraft. Yeah, you know, I'll tell you my dumb, not relevant at all. Don't listen to this like this is actually an analogy example. But yeah, I only told my parents about YouTube. Yeah, that I played Minecraft for a living when it was doing well, right? When it became pertinent, You know, you could also argue wait till it's pertinent, right? Like, so, you only mention that you play Minecraft to your parents when it's like, you know, like when they're gonna notice that you're gonna have these all-night sessions of building giant tunnels in the Nether, and you want them to understand what's going on. Waiting till something's pertinent, whatever that means in your situation, is, you know, like a smart enough move, you could argue. But also waiting until, you know, like, waiting until you think it's gonna be received in the correct way. So, you know, for a lot of teenagers, your parents might think that playing Minecraft is just a phase, and that you're gonna grow out of it. But if you wait till you're like you're mature enough for them to know that your decision to play Minecraft is a permanent decision, and that you're sure about it, it's not a phase, this is just who you are, and you're telling them about it so that hopefully they can understand more about you. I think that's something that is totally... This is a fun conversation, huh? But, is this the super flat world? Yeah, this is, it's going pretty well, huh? Actually, the super flat world is coming back on Thursday. That's 2 days from now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking forward to it. I'm 33, it's not a phase. You know, I thought that playing Minecraft might have been a phase. But here I am 10 years later. Now, I think I've come to the conclusion that I'll be a 70-year-old man, and I'll still be checking on my Minecraft world. It will like people trying to play Doom today. It's like, we get it, old man, you like the block placing game. That'll be me when I'm old. Now I'm questioning if me playing Minecraft is a phase. You know, it really could be. It could be that you're just looking for a creative outlet at the time. Who knows if it's a long-term... Man, I just hate ghasts. I thought they made this better, but I think they made it worse. Okay, I'm just gonna... Do you see that? Okay, maybe if I don't jump. Maybe if I go closer, maybe? Like, they're exploding in front of me. Okay, there we go, there we go. Just... No, just... Come on, Ghast. Damn it, Ghasts are the worst mob, just for this reason alone. And we finally got hit. Okay, so I'll just stand over here, and I'll start mining this big tower of blocks. Or I'll just start placing the new ones, actually. No, I can't do that either. I shouldn't do that either, at least. So yeah, after this series of blocks, we got 5 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 5 now. Yeah, I think if Minecraft is a phase, then me being alive is just a phase. No, you being alive is factually a phase. It is just one phase of existence that your atoms will go through. It's the life of someone called Mark U. You know, Mark U, more like Mark my words, is that, you know, I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, also this lava. Seems like it's bad. I feel like I should be getting rid of that, huh? Let's go up here. It is... The lag on the blocks here is really confusing. I'm 50 today and got into Minecraft 4 years ago. I think I'll also be playing into my 70s. You know what? Bold ambition to live for 20 years. By age, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm trying to make a joke that you'll die soon, but I'm not pulling it off successfully. It's gonna be like, you know, expecting to live 20 years. You know, I feel like your definition of old changes as you age. Like I'm having the whole crisis of like, man, deep in your 20s, you're like objectively, I've got to start making like responsible decisions soon. You know, there's like that's a big thing going on in my head. But when I'm 30, I'll be like, yeah, 30's still like basically young. And then when I'll be 40, I'll be like, oh, it's like, you know, yeah. Oh wow, we're getting really laggy now. We're getting really laggy. This is the problem with playing on a realm always, is at some point the server is going to be at fault. Like, look at that ghast, look at these blocks, look at all of this. I'm old, can confirm. Have you accepted the moniker of old now, David? Are you just officially an old man? Are you going to yell at the cloud? Yell at a cloud a little bit? I mean, I guess you could yell at literally the cloud, like, I just want my files right now. I mean, I'm playing Minecraft, I am yelling at the cloud right now. I'm like, why is Minecraft Realm so terrible? Why am I storing my world on a server that can't even simulate blocks falling on the ground? And it's a very good question that I'm not sure I have a valid answer for. I had to start paying rent this year, and it's scary, says Lizzie S. Yeah, rent is the scariest one, right? It's, I was thinking about this recently because of an episode of Community. But rent is the moment you realize that when you start paying rent, it's the moment you realize that your life has an upkeep cost. You feel me? Like, until that moment, you just assume that being alive is the default, and, you know, things you do after that is the bonus. But it's like, no, keeping you alive has a real cost in time and effort for those around you. Rent is like, and that's like, you know, rent is like an unfair example because it's almost the Karl Marx thing of like, someone else owns a piece of capital, and because they own that piece of capital, they now get to demand money from you every month. But even if it was all owned by, you know, like the state, or it was all owned by whatever, there's always going to be a cost to maintain it. Like, do you see that electricity box behind me? See this painting of a cow? They cost money to keep safe. You know, I pay a lot of money in cow insurance. Also, gas being elevated by lava falls running properly aim at you and thus cannot volley back. It's the worst. That's a big bug. Someone should report that. We should get that looked at. Maybe even fixed. Maybe even. But, okay, so this is 5 blocks, so now after this, we have a series of 2 blocks going upwards, and then a 1. Yeah, okay, we got it. We can get back to this. Yeah, there's the moment you're like, oh, I can't just exist. I have to first do something for someone. You know, you can just exist if your existence means living on the street and eating, you know, dead possums on the side of the road. But to live in the society which we exist in has a real cost in terms of time, effort, and money. It's sometimes all free in some cases, right? And that's like a dark piece of knowledge. Like, oh, I thought existence was bad when it was free. Now the trial has run out, and it's costing me money. What the heck? Also, thank you very much to Diluted Dante sees the means of production. Thank you very much for the £1.11 tip. Did you tip in pounds, or is that just... You know, I don't know what that is, but thank you very much for giving me the means of productions. Let's not get carried away. Toycat, a bedrock bug fixed. Scoffs. Sometimes I feel like Toycat is in a permanent state of existential crisis. I had a pretty big crisis today about... It was the first time in a while I'd spoken about the Fermi paradox, right? Which is like... Because, you know, I was speaking to someone who had an alien experience. And they were talking about it. They're like, yeah, I saw a UFO. And I don't know for sure if it was an alien or whatever. But, like, it's somewhere in the universe, like, something. And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, mathematically aliens exist. And if they don't exist, and the fact that we don't know about them implies some very scary things. Either there is a great filter out there that stops any species from being white. Like, either we're luckily enough to be first, which is statistically improbable out of the trillions of planets that exist, or there's something that stops species from going into solar system. Like, we still, after thousands of years of progress, are still basically hitting each other with sticks. You can't talk about socialism or Toycats in the Nether. Exactly, it's not a good idea. Thank you for clarifying for people, Hexateron. Very important that we don't breach that covenant. But, yeah, also, okay, so now after these ones, we go 2 wide. And then after those, we go 2 wide. And then assuming we've done everything correct, the next layer should be 5 and line up perfectly with the blocks down there. And if we've done that correct, we'll be in a very happy place. I don't know if we have, but it's something to dream for. So now if we mine down, this should be... Yeah, I think it is. Okay, we've actually done this correctly. Very pleased to know. And now we're going to work downwards. Damn it. Why did I get caught by that fire? That felt like that shouldn't have happened. So hello Toycats, how is Las Vegas? It's so hot. It's like the end of September, and there's like another heat spurge. So it's like 36 degrees every day. And it's like, isn't it meant to be getting cold now? When's that happening? Does the cold just never hit here? There's a reason aliens never come here. They've seen our governments. That's a guy. I like that. I like that as a explanation. You know, they saw how we ran things and they thought, oof, better get away from that real quick. Okay, let's place our blocks over here, by the way. See how easy this one is. Let's see how easy that block is. Let's start stacking up, or let's start getting our blocks destroyed, shall we? I wish it was colder. I really want to be able to skateboard again. You know what, generic e-girl. Hate to tell you, but skateboarding, very generic. Very generic of you. Hate to tell you. Hate to be that person that lets you know, but it's true. Place all of these blocks going up here. Okay, this is the nice easy stretch of it, actually. And, yeah, I'm just going to keep on placing... I want to get rid of these polished deep slate blocks because they're getting in the way of my slightly more valuable blocks. So, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we place some more of these. One over there, one over... Oh, Christ. What even hit me? Oh, it's a skeleton. See, I'm the only person who has to, oh gosh, worry about zombies and skeletons in my Nether. And I really don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so... Oh, gosh. I feel like I'm playing Skywars or something with the amount of arrows I'm getting hit by. Side note, I want to mention this now. Are you giving up on the every food speed runs? Your taste for lava has you beat? Oh no, I mentioned this earlier, Polly E. But you know what? Just for you, I'll repeat myself. I want to get back to it, but I like to have a chill stream in between. Today's a really busy day for me. I'm preparing a few things, but anyway, long story short is, as a result of the busyness of the day, I figured it'd be calmer to just have a chat about aliens and the Fermi paradox. The idea that I'd rather do that than the deep, you know, like let's have a emotional crisis about like, oh yeah, guess from the moment you become independent to the moment you die, there's always someone that you gotta be paying for. Someone. I feel we need to apologize to all the British people who can't afford gas heating at the moment. Oh, you know about that, do you, Dasher? Yeah, it's, I think it's all over Europe, but it's, I don't know why it's particularly profound in the UK. I think because we're, like, a very gas-based country. Oh, gosh. Okay, so, just gonna run away, and we're good. Place a block there. I get so close to dying so many times. Could really do with a better piece of armor, I guess. Anyway, yeah, you know, one of the dumbest things is, like, we've known for so long how inefficient it is to have gas boilers instead of electric boilers, but because of the weird regime of how much, like, electricity is, like, regulated and taxed versus just put a boiler in someone's house, everyone uses gas in the UK, and so we're, like, really vulnerable to... Let's say there's a war going on that affects the major supplier of gas in Europe. I don't know, it's kind of crazy. You know, here's a crazy thing, chat. If you wanna talk about weird stuff and like knock-on effects of things. So electricity is really expensive in Europe right now because of the same thing. We get a lot of electricity from natural gas, and so when natural gas goes up, so does electricity. It's now just as expensive to fill an electric car with electricity than it is to fill a petrol car with petrol. Like, it's insane the price of electricity at this point. That won't be true for long. I'm not anti-electric. I'm just saying that's a headline you'll see at some point. Chill stream and I almost die in the same paragraph. Yep, that sounds correct to me. Anyway, yeah, I think that. Just make more gas, lol. That would be the good solution. You know, you should be in charge of the gas team, clearly. Outdated dependencies are one of the biggest issues in tech. Yeah, and it's true that, like, we can't build a new infrastructure system for every single new idea that we have. You know, otherwise, you know, that's more expensive than using legacy systems sometimes. But it's crazy how often it becomes a big issue and how, like, little we really seem to do about it. That's just my thoughts. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, so there's this huge increase in electricity prices, but there's this weird thing where because the price of creating electricity from natural gas goes up, every other source of electricity becomes just as expensive. The reason for it is because, like, you know, it's this is how markets work for everything. Like, the most expensive unit of something is how much everything of that type costs. Assuming they're exactly equal, as they are in the case of that thing right there. So, also thank you, Darren Hughes, for gifting 5 more memberships. We're now just 94 members away from Toycat doing a Texan accent the entire live stream. I thank y'all kindly for your patronage. Okay, this is gonna be too tricky to do. You're gonna have to come back to that in a minute. Had to install a heat furnace last year because heat pumps are too inefficient for our area. How are heat pumps inefficient in your area? Oh gosh! Oh, I should not be reading chat while I'm doing dangerous things in the Nether. Thank you so much for all of the other side we get to listen to, Darren Hughes. Love to see it. Oh my gosh. Okay, someone gifted 100 memberships, then it's 100 other sides. Can you gift 100 members, chat? I think the max is 20, right? I think so. I could be wrong. Tell me if you know otherwise. I don't have access to the same interface as you do. Like my YouTube looks different to yours. You know, I'm on the cool person YouTube. What version of YouTube you guys use? Okay, let's now jump up here and then jump up here and then there we go. Also, wait, thank you, David Solomano, gifting 5 more members. Oh my god, there's another skeleton up there, isn't there? I really do have to start installing lights in this tunnel. Okay, I'm gonna replace one of those blocks up there. I think it was a creeper explosion based on the hole that's just been formed. You know, the tunnel is so big that I genuinely have to fly just to, like, get up there, right? Okay. So, let's take one of the middle blocks that's just been destroyed, and let's replace it. This is... Okay, where's a middle block? Okay, this would be a middle block. Let's just place a glowstone there, just to see what it does for us. Assuming it doesn't get destroyed, that should do some valuable stuff. 50 members is the max. Thank y'all kindly, David Solomano, for bringing us closer to the IBX Toycat Texan live stream. It's gonna be the darn tiddliest goodliest live stream y'all ever heard of. Several blocks have been placed today. Several. That is a factual statement. Okay, then the very last block over here, when we transition into this, we'll replace that one with glowstone as well. I'm hoping those together will add up to mean great things. Maybe wrongly, but let's see how that goes. Do members bypass slow mode? Because I feel bad if I don't want to spam an accent. They do, yeah, so members bypass slow mode, and that made sense when membership was something that you, like, bought. You know, like, you're buying into a club where, you know, like, you kind of bypass the automatic filter. But now that we have a membership system where, like, you know, you can... a lot of people become members by the roulette system. They don't even know that, like, slow mode was a thing, and they're just like, yeah. Does the UK give solar panels to people that want one? I read that somewhere, but it might be the EU instead. I don't know. There's a lot of schemes across different areas in the UK where the government pays for a certain amount of your efficient heating systems. Okay, I don't know how these schemes aren't basically a scam, because they'll announce like 150 million pounds in funding, and then it will be all gone by the next day. So you have to know. It's like, to me, that's like the most scammy type of government program, where they can say they spent 150 million on solar panels, but it all went to people who were like politically informed and waiting ready. You know, like, if you're gonna have a program, it should be available to everyone, or at least everyone in a certain category, right? Rather than just, oh yeah, it's people who opted in first. It's like, we should reward people who sit there all day waiting for government schemes before buying things. Like, something always feels a bit wrong about that to me. Like, you know, insider favoritism or something. It's a scam. Yeah, and like, it's, you know, I don't, it feels bad. Feels bad, man. Okay, we're gonna replace this with a glowstone block, just to bring a little bit of extra light to the area. Let's see if it works. Happens in Australia too. They reward their base. Yeah, it's the part of politics I don't like. Is the buying up, because, you know, when it's private like donors and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna you know like buy up your vote by shaking your hand, or I'll buy up your vote by spending time with you. That's your personal resource. But like when politicians realize they can buy votes using everyone's collective resources, you know, like your and mine and you know everyone else, that's like, well, that's not very nice, is it? That's using my money to buy yourself something by buying someone else something. If I donate my parents' money, you know what? It's definitely not okay. But you know what? I know that most people who say that it's like a fake pretend guilt thing. So you know what? Find your credit. No, I'm not gonna make the parents' credit card number of the thing on the back. Also, yes, join the plebs, you fancy green names. You know what? I'm very sorry for. You know, actually, I'm not sorry because you know what my electricity bill is, Dasher. Why didn't you use your very real democracy powers to vote against my electricity bills going up? This is all on you, Dasher. This is the biggest negative tip anyone's ever done on my live streams. I wish I had a job so I could be a member, but ooh, job. See that? To be fair, if you if you think about it, isn't it a pretty sweet deal to have that done that way? So I can actually go to a random country in the United States. I hate to tell you this, but the United States is one country. I know, it seems impossible, but it is true. What I thought would be fun is is go to the very cheapest city. Like, you know, buy flights to the cheapest city that I can find. Like, just go on, like, you know, they're like, I'm feeling lucky, but with flights. Like, where am I going today? Let's find out. Anyway, yeah, I think, thank you, that made me laugh. You're welcome. But it's no joke. I expect a full reimbursement for my, Anyway, going down to Antarctica, that sounds so cool. I thought it would be fun, but I think it was, I won't spoil the video. Something really important came up, so I had to, like, whatever, it's a whole thing. US government prints cost of living maps, if that's what you mean. Oh no, I meant wherever the cheapest flight was, just go there. It's way more fun in Europe, because it'll be like, oh, this flight was £6. I think a really fun thing, I think I'm way too late for this trend, but like, take a random flight, take a flight to the cheapest country, then from there, take a flight to the cheapest country, and just see how long that takes you, you know? Antarctica is greater than Africa. Is that true? I think in terms of landmass, it probably isn't. You should go to Norway. There's no way I'd ever go to a country with a flag that looks like that. No, I like Norway. I've been a few times. I went to Bergen once. I've been to Oslo like 3 or 4 times. There's always cheap flights from Scandinavia to wherever you want to go. So I fly to Oslo and then fly to Oslo where I'm going. I'll probably end up going there sometime soon for that reason. You know, it's like if you're American, it's cheaper to go via like Oakland instead of San Francisco, or like, you know, Newark instead of JFK, or whatever comparison you want to make. So instead of going to my local airport, I go to Norway instead. Saves a lot of money. Saves a lot of money. Speaking of saving money, you know how you could save some money? By drinking Squirt. I think this is an off-brand drink name, right? This can't be a real... It's got less than 1% juice in. Oh no, it's by the 7-Up company. So yeah, this is Squirt. And now I'm going to put some Squirt in my mouth. Actually, I'm going to put some Squirt in my cup first. Because I want to see what color the Squirt is. So, chat, make your guesses. What color is my Squirt? It's a grapefruit soda, in case you're curious. You gotta make your guesses right now. What color will the Squirt be? Oh, I'm getting so much on my laptop. It's a problem for future me. Is this clear or is this slightly white tinted? I actually can't tell you. I think it's white. Yeah, it's not. I thought it would be clear, chat. Whoever guessed orange, good attempt. Oh god, I can't use my laptop anymore because I got too much too much squirt on the trackpad. You know, I'm just too passionate about my grapefruit soda. Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, my laptop doesn't. Okay, can you see me still? Internet, if you can see me. Oh god, random things are clicking themselves now. Oh god, what's happening? Okay, I'm gonna fix this real quick, as best as one can. Okay, I can just about control my laptop now. It's still randomly clicking, but hello everyone. How's it going? Hope you're doing well on this squirt on the things you love. That got automatically filtered out. Hate to tell you, unplanned baby. Okay, and then we click that. There we go. Yeah, I think Can you see this over here? I fit outside the box. Did anyone notice that? You know, let's pretend we didn't notice that. Okay, let's keep on placing the blocks in our tunnel. It's a big tunnel. It's got to be done. And we'll keep mining the blocks in here too, because these have got to go. I guess this is why we should do it from the top, huh? Anyway, so please stop saying squat. I think it's such a ridiculous name for a drink, but you can tell that the social meaning of the word squirt came after it. Toy cat squirt all over laptop? No. Also, oh, the mumps. Thank you, Ale Kid. Appreciate you being a member for the mumps. Oh, I think I'm having like the worst sugar crash of my life. I think this is like what happens when I leave America. Like every meal here, you can have dessert instead of that meal. Breakfast? Nah, that's dessert. Dinner? How about dessert? Lunch? How about just a pastry? You know, a little bit of dessert going on there. And I think it's finally catching up with me. I think I need to try like a no sugar diet for a bit. I'm not going to because I like sugar too much. See, you know, addictions are that funny thing, right? Where like, is it still? Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, is it still an addiction if it's only benefiting your life? Is sugar only benefiting my life? That's an impossible question. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got it. I don't know what I've got. I'm having such a hard time here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open my. There we go. It's very hard to. Our food is terrible. Says Evan Murphy. American food is this beautiful. You know, like it doesn't care about health or, you know, like all these other concerns that people have. American food is just how much food can you get for your dollar? That is the one concern. Oh gosh. I went through all that effort to get up there and then the gosh just knocked me right back down. That is like the one concern. And it's beautiful what that leads to. Because it can be good food too. It can be a lot of really good food, but not very much money. Oh, yeah, I'm having like a caffeine burst too. Because I had a coffee for... Or I had like chocolate milk and espresso for lunch. Because that's what adults do, trust me. You know, they sold it, I just asked for it. I had a funny look actually from the cashier, and then she spoke to another cashier and they're like, you know how it is. Squirt drinking stream, that should have been the title. You know, Toy Cat squirts all over his laptop can be a stream highlight. Oh yeah, speaking of, yeah, my brain is just, it's definitely having a crash. Oh, see, I'm a professional though. I can work even when my brain doesn't. Splorgo. I've had so much food today, I'm like a bear stocking up for the winter. Very, very, stereotypical of you, Dasher. Yes, in Russia, all human beings are bears, must stock up for the winter. Humans not in ready supply. It's my best Russian, there you go. Chocolate milk is so good though. Yeah, you know, it's hard to argue that if anyone argues that chocolate milk isn't good, that's how you, like, if we're talking about, like, the rise of fascism, it's people who don't like chocolate milk. People who don't like chocolate milk, I wouldn't trust them around your children, because they won't give them chocolate milk, mostly. You know, I think it's very concerning, the things they say, and the beliefs they have. I think we should, definitely caution it off. Caution up. Have caution off them. Yeah, my, it's good, but it doesn't like me. Oh, yeah, I had, I'm the same. I had, chocolate oat milk. Because oat milk's like the one milk that actually tastes or feels somewhat like regular milk. Like, you know, nut milks is like the... Whoever convinced someone that they could call that milk, biggest scam artist, you know? Like, it's like paper straws should not be called straws. They should be called paper cylinders. Like, it is a cylinder made of paper that might, if you're lucky, get a drink to your mouth for the next 2 to 3 minutes. It's not a straw. It's not a device that brings, you know, beverages from the bottom to the top. It is a cylinder made of a material. In the same way, almond milk is not milk. It is a beverage. I guess that's why in some. I think it's Is it all of Canada? Because Canada has the craziest dairy lobbying in the world. I think like I still don't quite understand why, but they do. I think in Canada it has to be called like beverage, right? You can't call it milk. But that's like I think that is actually accurate. I mean, like, you know, like it is just a beverage that is flavored like that you could use in place of milk. But I used apple cider in place of milk in my Minecraft Creeper Crunch video. Does that make apple cider apple milk? Maybe. Almond flavored water. We're not playing the back rooms anymore, friend. I know it's a soft drink, but why is it funny? I use oat milk creamer in my... I don't know... Okay, you know what? This is me being uncultured. What is creamer? I still don't quite know. Also, what is half and half? Because I only knew it in the term of, you know, like... you know, the less... I know the less appropriate version of half and half. It's half... What are the two halves? It's half of something and half of something else. Someone needs to explain this all to me someday. So Cat, about Superflat, you should make a video talking about just how much... Okay. I actually want to make some more Superflat videos. You know, actually, make a video about... Oh man, my brain is hurting. What did he say? You should make a video about how much harder Bedrock Superflat is than Java. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I saw, again, Mog Swamp is a guy I have contact with. He tried the Bedrock. Sorry, no, he tried it with Bedrock difficulty, and it's actually a little bit harder that way because of the... You know what, chat? Can you, right now, I'm going to have a terrible time with this. My brain is falling apart. But, can you... I think it's because I didn't eat lunch. I just had a chocolate milk with coffee in it. That's probably why. But if your name is Jim, can you tell me about... If your name isn't Jim, no Jims, can you tell me what video about Superflat you'd like to see? Like the general Superflat? Like I want to keep making the Superflat series too. But I also want to make videos about specifically... I want to make specifically videos about... like the concept of Superflat. Like one that I'm working on because I need this for my world anyway, so hopefully I'll do it by Thursday. Is it's gonna ask us to keep it down. You know what, chat? Can you just calm your jets? Can you just not talk as loudly as you are right now? Yeah. I only knew the innocent meaning of half and half until today. Rip. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, don't Google that one. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that bad. I just think it's a thing you'll learn. So I have the same problem at work. I take too much sugar for work, skip lunch, then suffer a sugar crush at the most consequential moment. Yeah, I just feel like I don't want to be alive right now. You know, like I feel like I should sleep past this and then wake up feeling good again. Okay, chat, I'll just take a 20-minute power nap behind the green screen. And then that's why the green screen's there. The bed is a very big mess right now. And then take a snack break till we get. What snack should we eat? I don't know. What's your favorite snack, internet? Do you like snacks? Okay, so now we're gonna mine all of these blocks because they're getting in the way now. 1, 2, 3. And then we have to place the 4th. And we mine up there. And we start placing. Okay, there we go. Back to the destruction. What I love to see. Yeah, chat. What video should I make about Superflat? What would you like to see? You know, that's a bad question, because what you'd like to see might be a terrible idea for a video. But tell me anyway. This is my video research session now. And I'll drink my lovely grapefruit beverage. Oh wait, this is grapefruit milk. I'm drinking my grapefruit milk. Why Spider-Man doesn't like Superflat? You know, that's funny. At first I thought that was just like, oh yeah, because he's a superhero, but then it's like it's just a random guy, because he doesn't have the buildings to climb on. Also, oh no, you can't stop me yelling, says Godzooey. Thank you for the £5 tip. Have you considered tipping in a currency that isn't pounds? I can do with all the dollars I can get my hands on right now. You know, I guess I can't get my hands on dollars because they'll be digital, but I like to get my schmitz on them. Is schmitz a word? Schmitz is a word. Is it a relevant word? That's a bigger question. Okay, so, chat, I'm reading your... Okay, walking 1 million blocks on Superflat. Okay, you know, I am curious about what happens at the edge of Superflat, but I bet it's the most uninteresting, uninspiring answer ever. You know, maybe I should do like a Superflat Q&A. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. You know, is that a good idea, actually? Because that's one of those answers I want to see that has a 99% chance of being dull, but I want to know it anyway, right? Still the straight plans. But like, you know, we're gonna find out. What about the Nether? I guess the Nether and Superflat's the same. It's 97 degrees. Time to turn the AC on. I think you've gone well past the point. You know, I turn on my AC at 21 degrees. I think you wait till you're almost a pile of fluid until you do it. I mean, it would still be a video ig. You know, that'd be a hilarious video. What happens when you get to the end of Superflat? Turns out it's like every other world. Thank you for watching. That's a good idea. This is a 10,000 IQ idea. Okay, we're placing the roof down. And now we're placing down these blocks. Yeah, this is progress we're watching right here. Yeah, Toycat used gold pressure plates to stop mob-proof Superflat. You know, if I had enough gold, that would be a good idea. I don't have enough gold, and so that's a terrible idea. Don't destroy my Yellowstone, that's all I ask. See, right, I'm firing right... Okay, there we go. Just problem solved. YouTube Shorts idea. Yeah, I think using YouTube Shorts for those sorts of like super short, you know, using YouTube Shorts for short things is good. Fine, says Goatsy. Hey, thank you for the Wait, is £4.66 $5? That's depressing if so. I hope that's not what that is telling me. Also, you should make a video about which items are possible to get in Superflat and which ones aren't. That is actually, so that's the video I think I need to do soon. Because I want to collect every single item that is possible, right? So I need to have a big collection that shows which ones are and which ones aren't. I don't think there's any public database of that yet, so I'm going to make it myself. Basically, is the plan. Okay, so there's blocks here, and then there's blocks up there. And then in between those blocks... This is a lot harder to do than I figured. There's just a lot of deep slate we have to place. I didn't know how much there was. So yeah, any other Superflat ideas? You should play Super Contorted Survival. You should make a 10 by 10 tower of dirt to build height in Superflat. That's actually a cool idea, having like a mega structure going all the... You know, maybe I should do that. Like a big structure of some form would be cool. YouTube long videos are cool. YouTube sees talks, short videos are cool. See, it's funny because I feel like both ideas exist in the same place in a very confusing way on YouTube, where long form videos do really well, short form videos do really well, and everything in the middle is like, yeah. Like a 5-minute video just is too short to be long and is too long to be short, and so is like I haven't seen a 5-minute video do well in so long. Because you've got to be like 13 seconds or like 26 minutes. You know, a minimum, I'd say. You know, like, people love multiple hour video. I think 10 hours is the perfect video length. What do you reckon, chat? Do you reckon I've got a point there? Do you think there's anything better than a 10-hour long video? I can't think of anything better. Oh, no, I want to get up. Okay, well, that sucks. Hello, I just finished watching your cobweb video. Hey, thank you for watching. Have you considered subscribing? It really helps out the channel a lot and avoids all sorts of natural disasters. Let me tell you about them. Okay, so another one of those, and then just one of those, and then just one of those, and then 2 of these, and then eventually that should line up next to that. Let's see if it does. If we have to break a bunch of blocks, that'll be unfortunate. Damn it! Where have I made the mistake? Oh, there's another... Where did I make the mistake, chat? What did I do wrong? Am I missing a 2 on this? So it goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's just 1 block 2. Okay, it's fine. We're all good. Okay, everything just goes up 1 block, and we're fine. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We spotted it. So there, and then there, and then there, and then there. And so this starts there, and we'll just mine all of those blocks as we go. Pick them all up later. Problem solved. Okay, that was scary. I'm watching Ancient City Destruction, so... Yeah, just 10 hours is such a great length for YouTube videos. That's what the retention on that video tells me. Basically, everyone watches it all the way to the end. No, I think that video actually has my highest average retention ever. But it's still... Even though it's like half an hour, that's 5% of a video. So YouTube sees that and goes, this is one of the worst videos on our platform as far as how long people watch it for. Wait, let's see it right now, actually. What was it called? Like 10 hours? 10... my mouse is still broken from pouring grapefruit milk on it. So it's exactly 10 hours long, right? So we can do the maths really easily. The average watch time right now is 31 minutes 58 seconds for an average watch percentage of 5.3%. Only 3% of people make it past 9 hours. That means that because the video has 30,000 views, only 900 people have watched past 9 hours. You are 1 in 1,000. You are rarer than 1 in 1,000 making it past that point. Sound like a car crash outside. WTF, I'm scared. There's always car crashes here. If cars don't crash, then they're not doing their job correctly. You know, there's a reason they're called bumpers, am I right? 30 minutes is pretty good for a YouTube video. Yeah, that's one way of thinking about it. Again, see, it's funny because there's objectively looking at the time, then there's looking at the time as a percentage. And YouTube cares about both. So it says half an hour, pretty nice. But also 5%, we're not going to recommend this to anyone. Rarer than a Java desert plow. I left it running for 10 hours. I was dipping in and out though. Okay, so yeah, the next time I make a really long video, I'm going to let people know in advance and say, hey, when this comes out, please leave this on like, you know, your phone or something. Plug it into the wall, obviously. Make sure it won't power down. Make sure your power set, or your TV or whatever else you need. Then go AFK so we can boost the watch time as much as we can. It's against YouTube rules. It's very, very against YouTube rules to encourage people to like click ads to encourage those metrics. But it's not against rules to say, watch this video as long as you can. Whatever it takes, just try it. And so that's my plan. One time I was on a bathroom on a date and the car ran into the tree outside the house. It wasn't omen, it didn't work out. Or did it not work out because of the... Maybe it wasn't an omen, it was a... What word am I looking for? It was the cause. You know, you're saying like, oh, it's just a crazy coincidence. But she's there like, I needed to end the date, and I couldn't come up with a solution, so I told my brother to run in, or my brother's friend to run into the back of the house. The length doesn't matter, it's the content. Fun up, leave it on, mute it, have a good life, and watch it later when you do have time. I think though, don't mute the video on YouTube. Mute your device audio. That's my pro tip. Because otherwise YouTube sees that and says, why are they watching with no audio? But if you mute your device audio, as far as YouTube's concerned, wow, they're just watching. They're enjoying this so much they haven't even changed anything for 10 hours straight. Anyway, yeah. So I see you're making good use of your green screen. Oh, sorry. Yeah. A lot of people don't like when I don't turn the green screen on. So here you go. Just for you, Duncan Wall. Here's the chroma key effect. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, it's not actually... Oh, I'm using the wrong webcam, that's why. No, I'm not using the wrong webcam. Okay, here's webcam too. Thank you, Pygo! Good to see you! Thank you for the £5 tip. How is your evening going? Is your evening going well? Is it even evening where you live? Wait, where y'all live, I bet you're on the central time zone, which means that it's about time... Oh, wow. That's very strange. You know, green screen done though. You're welcome. Okay, so let's go fly these blocks away. Love ghasts, by the way, absolutely my favorite mob. Love the way they keep firing at me. Let's get all the Netherrack into here. So far today we've got 1 shulker box and this, so only about 3,500 blocks. Definitely need to up those rookie numbers. And I also want to make sure this section of the tunnel is done. This is my big point of progress for the stream. It needs to happen. By the way, okay, here's my plan for this. My plan for this live stream series is at some point I'm going to turn this into a video. So this will be like hour 11 in like a 24-hour video. But I want it as long as it takes, right? Like as long as the tunnel takes. And it's going to be 1 mega YouTube video. No one's going to watch it. It's going to be precisely 0 people. But I want it to be the longest video on my channel. So you're making history right now by being part of it. Like Darren Hughes is making history by bringing us 20 members. Oh, Christ. What is happening? 20 members bringing us now only, what is it? 69 members away from the Texan accent Hi Cat. Welcome to the harem indeed. If you don't know, over here on this channel, members are called wives. It's a little bit of a weird polygamous cult, but the upside is you get these green names and you get access to the big salmon emoji. The only emoji that allows you to express just how important big salmon is to you in your life. Oh, this is terrifying. Guess I won't be picking up most of these blocks. Congratulations to all of the new members. You are officially part of the coolest, caddest clubbist. I reject being a wife, I am a husband. You know what? That is a powerful message you are sending me right now. What do I do with these stairs? I really should, like, place some stairs on the inside of there somewhere. Okay, we're gonna mine all of these blocks because they don't connect to the rest of them. And there we go. Okay, lots and lots of Netherrack. It's good to see. Big salmon is a liberal myth. It's true. It's very true. You know what else is true? The fact that Purple Leg is now officially a channel member. Welcome. How are you enjoying your new green name? How are you enjoying your new access to Toy Cat Bathing and Iron Brew? These are all perks that you get courtesy of Darren Hughes. Darren Hughes must have gifted like 1/3 of the members at this point. He is the benefactor responsible for like 100 something members. It has that, which is crazy to say out loud. I have to make sure my IRL doesn't find out I become a second wife. Don't worry, if you make him sign up for a YouTube account, he can become a wife as well. And then if you're both wives, then it's not. There's no concerns there. We'll solve all your issues, I think, quite handily. HiBXToyCat, I love your videos. Can you catch me up on where you are and what's happened already? So I'm making a big old tunnel in my Nether right now. It's a very big tunnel, and it is in my Nether. I'm mining a lot of Netherrack. In fact, you've probably guessed from the title, I'm mining over 100,000 blocks of it. And that is so that... Oh gosh. And that is because I need to obviously like make a tunnel through what is currently solid Netherrack. It takes some time, takes some effort, but the end result the end result is going to be a really easy way across my world. It's infrastructure that'll save me minutes of travel time every time I'm in the Nether, and so that's why I've spent about a dozen hours and counting making sure this piece of infrastructure runs as smoothly as possible. Because if you don't spend hours to save minutes, then who are you? But no, yeah, more seriously, allow me to get to the part of my world, my ancient city, more often, which allows me to do all sorts of crazy things far more often. If only I could become Twiket's wife to solve all my issues. Yeah, it's crazy the way the membership only gives people who can become members themselves. But I think the logic is that it's giving all of these people effectively a free trial, and then after that month, they can choose to continue it if they want to. And you know, some number of people, you know, they love the green name, they love the member exclusive videos, a little recognition, and they do choose to. It's I'm actually like pleasantly surprised. I figured like 99.9% would just say it's the free thing's over, I'm good. But yeah, a lot of people, this is like the kickstart to be a member, and so it's awesome. Congratulations. Hope you enjoy access to foods that are illegal in the UK. I mean, illegal in America, but are perfectly fine in the UK. I ate some haggis in that video, I think. Did I actually? I did eat some haggis. That was a weird one. It's not an end result, it's a never result. High quality joke indeed. Okay, don't hit the piglin. Just keep on mining the blocks. I think I finally mined out this part of the tunnel. What hit me there? Did you see that? This just nothing. Okay, this is a large amount of Netherrack, but it now belongs to me. Imagine you make this and use it like one time. You know, I'm already kind of bored of it. I'm already over it. We'll do something else now. I thought you deserved my fiver more than Discovery do. Thank you, Pickled Witch. I like to believe that I'm worth a fiver. I like to believe I'm worth a big fiver. What is a big fiver? I'm glad you didn't ask. But no, yeah, I really appreciate it, Pickled Witch. I think the cool thing about directly supporting things is how it like allows you to mesh with and it's got some interesting commercial like upsides. I want to mention something really strange, by the way. I think I'm starting a podcast, or like a news style podcast show about Minecraft. I'm still like I've still got to finalize the contracts, but I've agreed to all the stuff in principle. It's the weird. Okay, I don't know how much I can say, but this sounds fake, so I wouldn't. Okay, if someone else told me this about them, I would nod my head and shake and go, yeah, sure, that's happening. But a network, a real life TV, again, just to clarify, this sounds fake, and so just believe that I'm talking nonsense right now, and that I'm being scammed, because I would question anyone who told me this. But a real life gaming TV network that I didn't believe, but I looked into, and apparently real thing. They wanted a Minecraft show, and so like they're like, you know, we appreciate that even though it's not within what we usually do, and so they're like, yeah, you know, like if you wanna, you know, you can make this content if you wanna upload it to your channel, feel free to. And so I don't understand at all. It still feels like it's fake. It feels like everything has to be quadruple checked because that sounds so ridiculously over the top fake. But I think I'm making a show that they want to use. It's going to be, by the way, I'm not talking like primetime stuff. I'm talking like, it's going to be on at like 2 a.m. to fill the content slots because TV needs to fill that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be, I'm mostly just excited because they're paying me money. That's all I want from this. But yeah, I signed a very weird deal recently that I don't feel, or I agreed in principle that I don't understand how it can be real, which is why I'm like going through the extra stuff. But yeah, you want to hear about Minecraft news? You have the choice of doing it on this channel. But yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I'm really particular about what I like, because you know I get sponsorship offers all the time, where I'm like, I'm not going to promote that. I had one from a Full Sail University, oh, not Full Sail. I had one from a generic university today that might be, and like I just, without like knowing enough about these online universities, I don't want to like, you know, tell people it's a good idea or a bad idea. Like for the biggest decision of your life, I'm like worried about having people make that based on what a YouTuber says because he's paid to say it. Whereas like if I'm like advertising, what's some, you know, a site where you make your own website, it's not the biggest decision of your life. It's hopefully helpful. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Or a video game. This is something you're going to waste time on. It's fine. I think I believe I owe Darren a thank you for the membership, by the way. I think everyone who got a free membership from Darren owes him a thank you. Right now. You're not. Why are you not being thankful enough? Disappointed in you all. It's a bad idea. Don't do full sale. Yeah, right. So I don't even know why it's a good or a bad idea. I just know, like, ooh, should be cautious just in case. Because again, I don't know enough. Like, for companies that are asking for so much from people, like, again, I wouldn't advertise an MOM, even though I know they're technically just. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of offers where I have to be like, should this? Which I think is a really bad financial decision to make. Like, again, like Raid Shadow Legends offered me like, what was it? Was it $10,000 or $5,000? It was a very large amount of money that apparently I could have really used to help with my my application thing for America right now. Apparently, also I think I made a mistake on this. Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, it's Southwestern University, sponsored by this one guy. Full scale's not a scam, but way overpriced what you get. I've always felt that way about online universities, but I think the weird thing about online universities is they're basically hacking the system. Because the system says, yeah, if you do XYZ, we give you this degree which is recognized and which gives you higher earning potential. And so the degree gives you higher earning potential not because you're smarter, but because you've proven you've gone through more processes. But then if the online one is so much easier to get, then it technically meets all the requirement while being easier. And like the education system is the most janked together thing we have, like higher education. Honestly, education as a whole, but like higher education in particular. Like we're just like, yeah, you do things and then people pay you more money because you've done some things. But why do they do that? And what skills are we really looking for? Who actually knows? It's all just throwing points in the dark. I've completed people's online courses for them, says Man Baby. See, right? Yeah, that's definitely an argument against it, some would say. Why didn't you take a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship on the second channel? Yeah, on the second channel, I feel like it fits much better with the ethos of like, don't even care. I'm very upfront about the fact that like people, because you know on this channel to me this is like, you know, this is like a long-term thing. It sits there forever. On the second channel, it's like, yeah, you want to pay me money to sell dodgy pills from like that you'd get at a you know, like a dodgy gas station. You want me to do it? Heck yeah! If the money's there, I don't even care. Because that's like within the channel's branding. Whereas here, there's at least some amount of like, I'm trying to teach you things about things, and so you know, like that, like maybe wrongly, maybe rightly. Like I feel like it's about tone and how it fits in, right? I think I do regret not doing the raid sponsorship here, but only because they had specific words they needed me to say, and it wasn't clear that. Whereas in the second channel one, you can see just how much I was like, there are epic solutions such as Area, who has a good attack. Yes, this is very good. Raid Shadow Legends is the game for when you want to do this. That's right. Use code TOYCAT to get 10% off your first. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Not even major, but they gotta be. It's master's level courses, mind you. See, I think education has this weird, over the top like appreciation in society. I guess it's like it's just an area you can excel in, right? Like you can excel in an area of life, and people will be like, "Wow, good job on excelling there." You know, I personally have only PowerPointed, but you've excelled, so that's impressive. But you know, bad jokes aside, I think oh god, I forgot about this. Oh, let's just ignore that for now. Just keep mining right past it. Hope that no one even pays attention. And here we go. Just really dig into this pickaxe. But yeah, I think remember the school rant from Tunnel 4? Yeah, like I just think like, you know, same with like what's something everyone appreciates but is dumb. You know, like having I don't know, like, being in shape can be, like, a really impressive achievement. If you're, you know, like, it can be like, oh yeah, this is something I work really hard on every day. Or it could be, my body is just so perfectly in tune that I only enjoy healthy food and exercise. I need to do it all the time, every time. And so, yeah, this is just how my life be. And so, it, you know, like, but like, you don't know which of the two it is. But in general, it's like showing off this thing. And I guess education's the same. Where in general, to succeed in education, you need to be a hard worker. And, you know, like, because you have to... So, someone asks you to do something, you've just got to do it. It's like, yeah, so if you want to get your master's in beekeeping, you're going to have to write a 200-page essay on why the Cold War is bad for the beekeeping industry. And, you know, if you do that, then that's the good news for you. You're probably gonna have some success in the beekeeping industry, or whatever the heck beekeepers do in university. But yeah, it's like you're showing you can do tasks that are asked of you with extreme. Oh, so this is terrible. I do not like this. Okay, so how do I stop ghast from spawning? Do I just use generic light? Is that gonna work? Because there are too many mob spawnings now, right? Like, this is a big problem. We should all be able to agree. What the solution is something I'm not so sure about, though. But I've got a lot of Netherrack blocks to show for my efforts. I do have a lot of them. Okay, so let's mine all of these blocks, I guess. Because they're there. Oh, no, that just allows you to get to me. Oh, you're still limited by height. It's not about learning skills, it's about learning about the world and then being able to contextualize within your field. It's a good way to put it. Whether it's true or not is something I can't necessarily comment on. But I like the way of putting it. That that's the funny thing about like a lot of like things in the educational world. A lot of it is learning about like common myths and things like that. Common or shared collective. But a lot of it is about learning things that might be important for you, learning things that are important for life, etc., etc. But there's a big debate at where, you know, like, educational skills end and practical skills begin, and whether you need educational skills over practical skills, or vice versa, or whatever else. I don't know where the end of that debate goes. I don't know what you can take from it. Fill the tunnel with lava, that'll stop the ghast. Also, wait, do ghasts spawn on the bottom here? So would slabs actually stop them? Because that would be really annoying if so. You know, there's a lot of fire in here already, so... Where is Toy Kitten? Wait, what I'll do is I'll place lanterns underneath the blue ice, right? So assuming this doesn't melt, let's just imagine there's a glowstone block like there, right? So if I have this every now and then, it stops ghast being able to spawn down here, and then I'll do a similar one just off the top. I don't know. Maybe I should just have like if I make them float in midair. No, that'd be annoying. They can't float midair. They're gonna come off like chains on the top or something. There's still crazy chroma key stuff going on behind you. See, my bathroom is actually in the Nether, as you can see from that door behind me that leads there. I have to go back to the overworld before I die. I guess that makes a natural ending point for today's stream, huh? I only mined about... Okay, so I mined one full double chest, a little bit extra that's gone in those main chests over there, and then a full shulker box as well. So I only mined about 5,100 blocks today. I probably mined a few more that dropped on the ground. But we can at most call that like 5,500. We're not quite at 50,000 blocks. That's a great shame. I also haven't finished this part of the tunnel. Oh no, don't kill me. I will die if you kill me. Yeah, this is almost complete, but not quite. Shulker box 2. I'll take it back with me anyway, though. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this particular episode of the Minecraft. Actually, wait, chat. While you're here, I want your thoughts on what I should do next. Should this tunnel keep going all the way across there, or should it do what I think it should do and like start there, but then I mine this out so I've got a clear shot to it? Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it should start as a small tunnel and get bigger, or should it start as a huge tunnel and get smaller, or should it start and not be a tunnel? Should it be a glass tunnel at first? Maybe it should be a glass tunnel more often. Maybe it should... You know what? There's a lot of good ideas, chat. I want to hear your ideas. But right after I get out of the Nether, because I will die if I take like one source of damage at this point. So thank you very much for watching. I will be streaming on Thursday on the Super Flat Survival. That's 2 days from now. DOS. I have a video that is... I have a video is actually the end of that sentence. I'm gonna place these stairs over here. Nope. Where did the stairs go?
Nether Hub experience advice. Light does nothing. Only having a small space or slab/button/string/etc. will work.
Okay, so I'll have a series of fence posts coming from the ceiling in a few places, so that I won't fly into them, but they'll stop the large spaces. Because a ghast is what, 3x4x4, 4x4x4, something like that. I'm gonna prevent those size spaces. Do I have any food lying around? You know, actually, I'm really hungry in real life. I'm hungry in Minecraft. What a perfect fit. I'll just eat these 2 cooked chickens to tide me over for now. And then we'll find real food later. But for now... Oh, by the way, so chat. Not only in my next Let's Play... Look at this. All my Netherrack shulker boxes are gone. I used every single one of them, and then some of the Netherrack from this project already. You know, the last Let's Play was 20 minutes, and it did really well. People like the shorter Let's Plays. And so what I decided to do, the lesson that I took from that, is that because people love the 20-minute Let's Plays so much, I should make a 4-hour-long Let's Play. And so that's what the next Let's Play is going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. But yeah, also, if you're watching this as it goes live, I've just uploaded Realm Review for September, and it'll be live the moment this live stream is over. So go check the channel, and I don't know, watch it all the way through. The best thing you can do to support. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one, fellas. we're getting closer and closer to that being a reality, by the way. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday, and later. I'll see you in the Realm Review, and I'll see you on Thursday. Or I won't.